Our today's topic is hernia. Hernia is a condition in which the part of an organ is displaced and protrudes through the wall of the cavity containing it. Normally, each organ is contained within a cavity. If the organ displaced means move from its proper position or move from its cavity into the other cavity, then the condition is called as the hernia. Protrude means go out from its cavity, है ना. तो hernia is a condition in which the organ is displaced means move from its proper position and protrude through the wall of the cavity normally containing it. So it is due to the weak abdominal wall muscles. The most important element in the development of hernia are the congenital or muscle weakness, है ना. Most common जो इसका cause है वो congenital भी हो सकता है, that is from birth, कि बर्थ से ही जो बच्चा है उसको हर्निया है. और द मसल वीकनेस मेनली ड्यू टू द इंक्रीज्ड इंट्रा एब्डोमिनल प्रेशर. सम कंडीशन विच कैन इंक्रीज इंट्रा एब्डोमिनल प्रेशर, प्रेगनेंसी, कफिंग, स्ट्रेनिंग ड्यूरिंग डेफिकेशन, हैवी लिफ्टिंग एक्सेट्रा. After that, the classification of hernia as shown here, it is SIR. S stand for strangulated, I for irreducible or incarcerated, and R for reducible. Strangulated, where the blood supply is cut off to the part and emergency surgery is required. In this, the blood supply to the structure within the hernia become blocked and the hernia is said to be the strangulated hernia. It requires immediate surgery to prevent the part to become gangrenous. After that, next is incarcerated hernia. In this, hernia is trapped outside the peritoneal cavity and outside the cavity. It is a protruded structure, does not return back to its original cavity, then it is said to be irreducible or incarcerated hernia. This type of hernia require surgery. Surgery is required for this type of hernia. And next is reducible hernia. Reducible means if the hernia move back to its cavity. If the protruding structure of the organ can be returned to its own cavity, then the people with this type of hernia are given a special type of belt which are called as truss. These are the three classifications: strangulated, incarcerated, or reducible hernia. As shown in this diagram, this is abdominal wall. Here there is the weakness of the abdominal wall at this point, and this is intestine and this is peritoneum. Due to the weakness of the abdominal wall, the intestine push outward and then intestine become trapped here, and if the blood supply to this area is decreased, then this part become gangrene, strangulated. Due to strangulation, the part become gangrenous. Then the types of the hernia, it is mainly of 5 types. Inguinal hernia, it is direct or indirect. Hiatal hernia, femoral hernia, umbilical hernia, and incisional or ventral hernia. So we will study one by one. As shown in this diagram, this is femoral hernia, inguinal hernia, umbilical hernia, epigastric hernia. Then the types of hernia include: first is inguinal hernia. In this, the intestine push through a weak or tear in the lower abdominal wall. So in inguinal hernia, it occurs in the groin area. Groin area is the area between the abdomen and the thighs. It is called inguinal because the intestine push through a weak spot in the inguinal canal, and it is seen in 75% of the abdominal wall hernia और 25% ज़्यादा इंसिडेंस है मैन में एज कंपेयर टू वोमेन. Then it is of 2 type: indirect inguinal hernia or direct inguinal hernia. Indirect inguinal hernia मसल वीकनेस एट द इंग्वाइनल रिंग, इसमें जो मसल वीकनेस है वो इंग्वाइनल रिंग के नजदीक होगी, विच कॉजेज फेलियर क्लोजर ऑफ द डीप इंग्वाइनल रिंग, है ना, जिस वजह से इंग्वाइनल रिंग क्लोज नहीं हो पाएगी. और इन दिस द increased intra-abdominal pressure and dilatation of inguinal ring allow abdominal content to enter the channel. ठीक है, जिस वजह से जो भी एब्डोमिनल कंटेंट है, एब्डोमिनल ऑर्गन्स हैं, दे मे एंटर इनटू द इंग्वाइनल रिंग. नेक्स्ट इज डायरेक्ट इंग्वाइनल हर्निया. इट पास थ्रू अ वीक स्पॉट इन द fascia ऑफ द एब्डोमिनल वॉल and the medial to the inferior epigastric artery, है ना, it is inferior or medial to the epigastric artery. The next is, these are indirect inguinal hernia and direct inguinal hernia. Next is hiatal hernia. In this, the part of stomach protrude up diaphragm into the chest. This is the normal oesophagus and this is the part of stomach. This is diaphragm. Normally the stomach is situated below the diaphragm, but in this case hiatal hernia, the oesophagus or the part of the stomach protrude above this diaphragm. This is of two types, sliding or rolling hernia. This is sliding hernia and this is rolling hernia. Here the part of esophagus and the part of stomach protrude upward or slides into the thorax, and it is asymptomatic. The next is rolling hiatal hernia. In this, the most of the stomach roll up into the thorax and the stomach may also undergo a twist. This is the maximum part of the stomach which goes above the thorax, above the diaphragm, sorry. Next, third is femoral hernia. It is a type of hernia in which the loop of intestine pass through the femoral ring. Here either the intestine or the fat may plug into the femoral canal, and it is more frequently in women than the man. Most common in obese or the pregnant woman. Next is umbilical hernia. It occurs when the it is a type of hernia. An umbilical hernia occurs when the intestinal fat or fluid pushes through a weak spot in the belly. Normally in the belly there is a navel from where the abdominal organ may protrude. It occurs when the abdominal wall is weakened at a point of the umbilical cord and part of small intestine pass through the umbilical ring. This causes a bulge near the belly button. Belly button is also called as the navel or umbilicus. It might be congenital or acquired. Congenital appear at the infancy and acquired is appeared through at the lifetime of a person. It is due to the increased intra-abdominal pressure and commonly seen due to the obesity or the pregnancy. After that, the next is the incisional hernia. As the name indicate, incision मतलब कोई सर्जरी पहले हुई है जहाँ से part due to the weakness of that incision the part may protrude. Then it occurs through an old surgical incision. It is most common in elderly or the overweight. It results from inadequate healing of the incision. These are the types of hernia. After that, the risk factor and the causes. As we had already studied that the most common cause of the hernia is increased intra-abdominal pressure, which may lead to decreased abdominal wall thickness. So these are the causes. Obesity, these are the conditions which increase intra-abdominal pressure, such as obesity, constipation, heavy weight lifting, congenital means which is present from birth, chronic cough, damage from injury or surgery, muscle weakness, and the pregnancy. These are some of the factors which increases the intra-abdominal pressure, and due to increase intra-abdominal pressure there will be the decrease in the thickness of the muscle wall. And one of the risk factor is smoking. Due to smoking there is decrease in the collagen formation which weaken the abdominal wall. Due to the weakness of the abdominal wall there might be the hernia. These are the causes: any condition that increase pressure on the abdominal cavity, combination of muscle weakness and strain, obesity, heavy lifting, persistent coughing और sneezing. अगर person को लगातार coughing और sneezing हो रही है, pregnancy, staining during bowel movement or urination, and also there is a risk factor from family history, because due to their customs, their dietary habit, they may get the hernia. So here, congenital or obesity, these are the causes of hernia. Congenital, obesity, which may lead to defect in the muscular walls and which may lead to hernia. And due to pregnancy and trauma, there will be increase in the intra-abdominal pressure which may lead to hernia. After that, the sign and symptoms: small to moderate size hernia do not show any type of symptom, है ना. अगर hernia छोटा है, small या moderate size का है, तो कोई symptom appear नहीं होंगे. But अगर hernia बहुत large है, then it may cause you discomfort, pain during heavy lifting, tenderness होगी, pain on touch, bulging of the organ. Then severe symptom include sudden pain, nausea, vomiting and the constipation. After that, the investigation include physical examination. In this, the physician asks the patient to stand or cough or stain, so the physician can feel the bulging of the herniated organ. Then the ultrasound can be done. Ultrasound may be ordered to diagnose a hernia or its characteristics. After that, barium swallow. Barium, it is a non-toxic chemical that is swallowed, and then the X-ray imaging should be taken. MRI should be done. X-ray abdomen X-ray may be ordered to determine if the bowel obstruction is present. अगर bowel obstruction है, intestinal obstruction है, तो उस condition में X-ray abdomen भी देखा जा सकता है. ब्लड टेस्ट में CBC काउंट चेक करेंगे, CBC टू रूल आउट एनी टाइप ऑफ अनीमिया, एंड WBC फॉर एनी टाइप ऑफ इन्फ्लामेशन. आफ्टर दैट, द management include pharmacological, non-pharmacological or surgical management. Pharmacological management include antibiotic therapy to prevent from infection, and it is used in case of strangulated hernia. For example, IV cefoxitin 1 gram 6 to 8 hourly is given. Capsule ampicillin 250 to 500 mg 6 hourly is given. H2 receptor antagonist in case of hiatal hernia, for example, ranitidine, famotidine is given. Proton pump inhibitor in case of hiatal hernia, for example, pantoprazole, omeprazole are given. Anti-anxiety agent are given in case of before surgery to reduce the anxiety of the patient. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug are given to reduce the pain, such as ibuprofen. After that, non-pharmacological management: avoid spicy, fatty food which causes the acid reflux. If there will be acid reflux, then the stomach acid will regurgitate up into the esophagus and may come into the mouth. Don't lie down after meal, immediately after meal, and have your meal at least 3 hours before your sleep. And then exercise regularly, which will increase your peristaltic movement and to lose your weight. Stop smoking, because smoking causes the weakness of the abdominal wall, so stop smoking. Avoid gassy drink which may cause the distension of your abdomen, because it increases the intra-abdominal pressure, so avoid these drinks. Avoid lift heavy object. After that, the non-surgical management include truss. Truss is a pad made with firm material, may be placed over the hernia with belt to help keep the abdominal content from protruded into the hernia sac. Here this is truss and the belt. These are used in case of mild to moderate hernia, but if the hernia is large size, then the surgical management is done. Nissen fundoplication is done in case of hiatal hernia. In this, the cardiac part of the stomach is wrapped around the esophagus at a 360-degree angle. And next is the laparoscopic. In this, a fiber optic wing tube and a special instrument are used to repair the hernia without making a large incision. The next is herniorrhaphy, that is hernia repair. Surgical repair of the hernia is used only in a simple hernia. If the hernia is small, then the herniorrhaphy is done, but if the hernia is large, then hernioplasty is done. In hernioplasty, a Dacron or small steel mesh is used over the abdominal wall for the repair of the hernia. If the hernia is large, then hernioplasty is done. Then as shown here, this is a mesh and it is used in large hernia. After that, nursing management include the assessment history. Take the history of age of patient, duration of hernia, height and weight, pain at the hernia place, any previous history of surgery, smoking, bowel movement, chronic cough, family history of hernia. Then do the physical examination, palpate the bulging area and check the skin for its fragility and which type of hernia is present. Then investigation should be done by the patient. And the complication of hernia. The complication include post herniorrhaphy, pain syndrome, hernia reoccurrence, वुंड इन्फेक्शन, इस्कीमिया और नेक्रोसिस. अगर एक बार हर्निया की सर्जरी हो गई है तो ये फिर से रियकर हो सकता है अगर पर्सन प्रिकॉशन ना ले. पर्सन अगर हैवी लिफ्टिंग करता है, कुछ ऐसी चीज़ें करता है जिससे उसका इंट्रा एब्डोमिनल प्रेशर इंक्रीज होगा, तो इट में रियकर. देन द नर्सिंग डायग्नोसिस include fear and anxiety related to undergoing surgery. It is a preoperative nursing diagnosis. Postoperative include acute pain related to surgical intervention, risk of infection related to surgical site, and in case of hiatal hernia, risk of aspiration related to reflux of gastric content. This is all about topic.